For many of us, bowling is challenging enough, but Jim Cripps has a bigger challenge. He bowls backwards. Cripps is in Albuquerque this week competing at the Albuquerque Convention Center. He sat down with Diana Sauceda today to talk about his unique talent.
Well, joining us now is Jim Cripps, and he has an amazing talent, and this is that you bowl backwards, and you hold a Guinness Book of World Records, right?
I do.
Okay, so tell me about some of the records you hold right now and also what your average is.
Well, currently I carry a 203 league average. Of course, I bowl with all regular bowlers. I set a new Guinness World Record back in December of '06. Actually, during a TV interview, shot 278. And I would imagine unless I beat that record on camera, I don't see it being broken.
All right, now how did this all get started?
Actually started with a little bit of male ego and a bet, honestly. I had some friends that were bowlers, and just as a joke, or not really as a joke, I had just gone out bowling with them. And as a joke, because I was so terrible forward, I decided to turn around and throw a ball behind me. It wasn't pretty, it was pretty terrible actually, but it struck all 10 pins in the pit. And they kind of got a little aggravated. They were like, you know, that's funny, but you couldn't really do
it again, yeah.
So male ego got into it, and about 10 minutes later we had a bet for any ball in the pro shop for a 150 game. And now I actually carry a higher average than most of the guys I was bowling with that day. So
made them eat their words, didn't you? And then from that, a lot has happened, and you have been all over the world. You said you just got back from Japan.
I was in Japan in December, doing some trick shots over there for, it was actually one of their main TV shows' 10-year anniversary. And they had bought some footage and aired previously, and then they called a couple weeks later and they were like, you know, we really liked your footage, it got great reviews, we want you to come in for our 10-year anniversary show. So went over, it was great.
Now, while you were there, you got a chance to look at this video in HD, and while I looked at the video, I realized, okay, he does not look back before he releases. But then during this video, you realized something that you didn't even know about your bowling style.
That's right, because it was recorded in HD and from about 4 or 5 different camera angles, they were able to slow it down. And because I turn around so quickly to try to see the ball as it's going down the lane, a lot of people do think that I look at the ball or look at the release. They slowed it down, and maybe a half a step before my release, I close my eyes and don't open them again until the ball is about 20 feet down the lane.
All right. So it's not so much to do with the boards. This really is almost just like mind thing going on.
Well, I guess the good thing about bowling is the pins don't move. You know, they're kind of stationary.
Oh, is that the trick?
Right.
Silly me.
So it's one of the few sports that you could do that way, but it's just like any of the other bowlers out there. It's a lot of a mental game, and it's a lot of feel. You know, you've got to release the ball properly every time in order to get the right result.
My gosh. Now, did you ever dream that you would be doing this?
Never. Never.
And you were a beginner bowler when you started.
I'd probably only been in a bowling alley a handful of times prior to making this bet, and it's been great. There's not too many things that you can do in a bowling alley to get people to come up and talk to you. You know, people just kind of do their own things in bowling alleys. But I'm fortunate in the way that I bowl, it provokes people to come up and, you know, spark up a conversation. I get to meet people from all over the world.
Well, thank you so much. What a pleasure and fun to watch.
It's been great to be here.
Jim Cripps will bowl again tomorrow morning at 7 for the singles and doubles competition in the east side of the Albuquerque Convention Center.